विनायक नमस्तुभ्यं सततं मोदकप्रिय निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामः सिद्धिर्भवतु नो सदा गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं रामनाम वरानने आपदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसंपदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम्। रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पतये नमः। श्रीराघवं दशरथात्मजमप्रमेयं सीतापतिं रघुकुलान्वयरत्नदीपम् आजानुबाहुमरविन्ददलायताक्षं रामं निशाचर विनाशकरं नमामि। श्रीरघुरामचारुतुलसीदलधाम शमक्षमादिशृङ्गारगुणाभिराम प्रियगन्नतशौर्यरमाललाम दुर्वारुकबन्धराक्षसविराम जगज्जनकल्मषार्णवोत्तारकनाम भद्रगिरिदाशरथी करुणापयोनिधि आञ्जनेयमतिपाटलाननं काञ्चनाद्रिकमनीयविग्रहं पारिजाततरुमूलवासिनं भावयामि पवमाननन्दनं यत्र यत्र रघुनाथकीर्तनं तत्र तत्र कृतमस्तकाञ्जलिं बाष्पवारि परिपूर्णलोचनं मारुतिं नमत राक्षसान्तकं बुद्धिर्बलं यशोधैर्यं निर्भयत्वमरोगता अजाड्यं वाक्पटुत्वं च हनुमत्स्मरणात् भवेत्। कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविता शाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलम्। अद्यतन पंचांगम April 1st.
Can't see the text.
Oh, you can't see the text? Why?
We see only use YouTube screen we can see.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's see why not. Oh. Okay. Now what do you see?
Now we can see. Aduna samyak drishyate. Panchanga.
Adyatana panchangam. Shobhakran samvatsare. So till last year it was Shubhakrit. Now it is Shobhakrit. Uttarayane Vasantarutau Chaitramase Shuklapakshe Ekadashi Titihi till evening 6:49. Sthiravasaraha Aslesha Nakshatram again till evening 18 after 7 p.m. Magha Nakshatram followed by that. Dhriti Yogaha till 5:15 p.m. followed by Shula Yogaha. Vishtikaranam again coinciding with the ending of the Tithi, which is 6:49 p.m. followed by Bhavakaranam throughout the night. So far we have been seeing every day typically 3 Karanams. Exception was 4 Karanams once if the Tithi ended very early in the day. Likewise, if the Tithi went much later, today we see that only 2 Karanams are there in this 24-hour cycle of today. So Bhavakaranam Sampurna Ratrau Sarvebhyaha Suprabhatam. Do you see the next slide, Madhya?
Moday.
So we completed 13th Sarga also. 12th Sarga was 114 shlokas. 13th Sarga was another 26, as Ravanaji said, 140 shlokas. Even this is another bigger Sarga of 68 shlokas, but this covers multiple events. It will continue with the negotiation between Dasharatha and negotiation as in pleading that Dasharatha continues, and after that, the whatever has to happen, the next events happen, where actually Sumantra is asked to summon Rama. So that is where this sarga ends. But we cannot complete it today. It is 68 shlokas. We'll try to do it in 2 sessions. If we can do faster, if we can get into 30 shlokas at least today, probably we can complete in 2 sessions. Atha Chaturdasha Sargaha.
Atha Chaturdasha Sargaha.
Putra Shokarditam Papa.
Putra Shokarditam Papa.
Visanyam Patitam Bhuvi.
Visanyam Patitam Bhuvi.
Viveshtamanam Udikshya.
Viveshtamanam Udikshya.
Saikshva Kamidam Abravit.
Saikshva Kamidam Barpita.
Idam Abravit.
Idam Arbavit.
Welcome, Manita ji.
Thank
what
you.
we do is we do each shloka, each participant repeats. So that.
Oh, sorry. I did not know.
No problem.
Somebody was repeating and I did not realize I took cover.
No problem.
Sorry.
No problem. Whoever takes lead. Again, if you wait, sometimes nobody repeats. So whoever starts, we continue with them. So, Papa. The Karta is Papa. Papa is here, our Kaikeyi.
Kaikeyi, Papini.
So, Papa, Putra Shokarditam Visanyam Bhuvi Patitam Viveshtamanam Saikshvakam Udikshya Idam Abravit. As we saw in the last sarga, Bhuvi Patitah, Dasharatha fell on the ground, right? So, Bhuvi Patitam, such Dasharatha who is fallen on the ground. Visanyam, Sanya is cognition. Visanyam, one who lost cognition, is unable to recognize what is going on. His mind is wavering. He's unable, he's running out of options, he's running out of time. Because the night, we saw, right, last sarga, beautiful poetry, where he says, Ye Raat na dhale. He doesn't want the night to pass on. He doesn't want the sunrise to come, because then he has to take an action. And it will be an unfortunate action that he'll have to take. So that is why he's worried. So, Visanyam, Putra Shokarditam. He knows very well that he will fail because he tried the whole night and the previous later evening also. So over 16 hours or probably 18 hours, he spent with Kaikeyi trying to plead her, beg her. So Putra Shoka. Shoka is grief. In that grief of losing the son away into forest at one who is supposed to enjoy and take over from him. Such a son, losing such a son. So Putra Shokarditam Visanyam Bhuvi Patitam Viveshtam. Viveshtam is one who is not able to stay in one place, not able to stay focused, is Viveshta.
Restless? Is it restless?
Restless, yes, restless. Very good. Yeah. So Viveshtam, Viveshtamanam, one who is being restless. Saikshvakum, one who is the Ikshvaku's descendant. So Ikshvakum, Udikshya, by looking up at him, like that, Idam Abravit. Then now she started speaking again. What? I told you to take an action and you are on the ground and nicely sleeping there, or what? With such a, what do you say? Arrogant feeling. Now she is about to say this. Papam kritvaiva kimidam.
Papam kritvaiva kimidam.
Mama samshrutya samshravam.
Mama samshrutya samshravam.
Seshe kshititale sannaha.
Sheshe kshititale sannaha.
Sthityam sthatum tvamarhasi.
Sthityam sthatum tvamarhasi.
She is chiding him. She is sort of ridiculing him. Kim papam krutva iva. What, as if you have done some sin? Why are you so why are you so guilty? What wrong are you feeling about? You have not done, you are not going to do anything wrong. You have given me 2 promises, you are going to fulfill them. What wrong have you done? So, kim papam krutva eva. So, papam krutva eva kim idam mama samshravam samshrutya. Shravam is about hearing. You made me hear some promise. That is samshravam. Samshrutya. So, samshravam is promise. Samshrutya is having promised. Having promised me a promise. Seshe kshititale sannaha. Seshe means you are sort of lying down. Where kshititale bhumihi. Kshiti is bhumi, right? Kshititale, on the ground land, on the land. You are nicely lying down on the ground as if, and looking guilty as if you have done something wrong, as if you have done something sin, as if you have committed some sin. Sthityam sthatum tvam arhasi. What can you don't deserve to be in such pose or in such situation of feeling guilty. You are not guilty of anything. Don't worry. This is how she is trying to chide him. So which means, hey, go take the action, is what she is meaning. Ahus satyam hi param dharmam.
Ahus satyam hi param dharmam.
Dharmavido janaha.
Dharmavedo janaha.
Satyam ashritya hi maya.
Satyam ashritya hi maya.
Tvancha dharmam prabodhitaha.
Tvam cha dharmam prabodhitaha.
Abba. Now Kaikeyi is going to teach dharma, satya, to Dasharatha in the next set of slokas. Actually, those slokas are very good lessons. We should teach everybody. We should teach children, kishores, adults, everyone. These slokas, because this is all about, she quotes so many examples for Dasharatha, saying, man, don't you know, so many people gave so much up of their lives, of their properties, of their own self for Satya and Dharma. Can you not? You already made promise for me. Can you not keep up the promise? In that ridicule tone, she teaches him now. So she's saying, Ahuhu, they say, it is said, Satyam hi param dharmam. Satyam is the ultimate dharma. Dharma vido janaha. The people who are aware of dharma. Dharma vidaha is people who are aware of dharma. People who are aware of dharma say dharma is the ultimate truth. Or satyam is the ultimate dharma. Sorry. Satyam is the ultimate dharma. Satyam ashritya hi maya prabodhitaha tvam cha dharmam. By taking the stance of that satya alone, by taking the stance of that satya itself, you are now being taught, prabodhitaha, you are being enlightened, you are being awakened about dharma, maya, by me, tvam, you. So, by taking the stance of satya, I am now going to awaken you. I am going to, motivate you to stick up to satya and fulfill the promises that you made to me, is what she's started her speech with. Samsrutya shaibhyasyenaya.
Samsrutya sebhyasyenaya.
Samsrutya shaibhyah.
Samsrutya shebhyah.
Syenaya.
Shenaya.
Swam tanum jagatipatihi.
Swam tanum jagatipatihi.
Pradaya pakshine rajan.
Pradaya prakshine rajan.
Jagama gatimuttamam.
Jagam gatimuttamam.
How many of you know the story of Shaibhyah?
Yeah, to save that this bird, he was able to give some pound of his flesh.
Correct. Shaibhyah. And so we quote him in
Shibi Raja.
Shibi's descendant, so Shaibhya, correct. So, in fact, that is why we quote him in the Ekatmata Stotra. Lavanya, anyone remembers? Anitaji or Suprabhaji, the shloka
Which
where we
shlokas?
quote in Ekatmata Stotra, Shaibhya comes. We remember him in the morning. Such great king he is, who sticks to Satya. So Shaibhya, there is one, by in nature, everybody is a food for somebody else. Unfortunately, I too worry sometimes. Why is it so?
Jivo jivasya jivanam.
Jivo jivasya jivanam. That's unfortunate, but that is the fact, truth, what to do. So there is this Garuda, big vulture, which wants to take away one pigeon. All of us might know this story, but just to recollect. So that pigeon knows that this Shaibhya king Shibi is a very dharmavan, satyavan, right? So let me take his refuge to protect my life, because she was returning home to feed its children. So she collected some food in its mouth, in its throat, and was about to go home to feed it. But in between, this fellow is behind it, the vulture, and is about to catch it. So it quickly tries to find refuge with Shibi, and Rantideva is another name of his. So she reaches him and seeks refuge. He says, okay, you are abhayam dadami. He says, okay. Then the Garuda comes and asks Shibi, hey, why have you taken away my food? It is my food, you have to give me back. He says, no, she has taken my refuge, so I have to protect her. What does refuge mean? I've been chasing her so long, it is mine. If you were not there, I would have taken it away anyways. But just because you are a king, I am negotiating with him. Otherwise, no, don't care. I would have come and just taken it away from you. He says, no. She sought my refuge. I gave her the abhayam of protection. And so now I have to protect her. But it is my food. He says, okay, what do you want? I need my food. Okay. So he cuts his own thigh. He takes the dagger, cuts some flesh out of his own thigh, weighing the weight of that pigeon, and gives away that flesh to that the Garuda, to Garutman. Again, it is said that it is Indra who is testing him. So Indra comes in the form of that Garutman, and then he gives him, wow, you will remain forever with the name of Satyavan, like this for Dharmavan. So that example she takes, and she says, Samshrutya Shaibhya is the king, Samshrutya, having promised, Shyenaya is the Garuda, Swam Tanum, his own body, Swam Tanum, his own self body, Jagati Patihi, even though he was the king of the entire world, he was the lord of the world, Jagati Patihi, Pakshine Pradaya Swam Tanum. Pakshi is the smaller bird. Pakshine, for the sake of that Pakshi, Swam Tanum Pradaya, he gave away in donation, or he gave as a charity, or he gave away in substitute for that bird. He gave away his own body to the Shyena, Rajan, O Dashratha, and Uttamam Gatim Jagama, and he went into great worlds after life, right? And so we all remember, even today we are remembering him, says Kaikeyi then, but even today we are remembering, after millions of years after Kaikeyi and Dashratha also. Tata Hyalarkaha Tejasvi.
Tada Hyalakas Tejasvi.
Brahmane Vedaparage.
Brahmane Vedaparage.
Yachamane Swake Netre.
Yachamane Swake Netre.
Udrutya Vimana Dadau.
Udhrutya Vimana Dadau.
So she is quoting one more example. Hey, not just one. Dasharatha. There are several people like that. Don't you know? Tathahi Alarkaha. Alarkaha was another king, Tejasvi. There was another king by name Alarkaha. And he was a Tejasvi, of course, a great, a great person, king. Vedaparage Netre Yachamane Brahmane. There was one well-learned Brahman, Vedaparagaha, one who was postdoctoral in Vedas, graduated, research, doctorate, postdoctoral, Vedaparagaha, one who has gone beyond the shores or beyond the ends of Veda is Vedaparagaha. Vedaparage Yachamani, one who is seeking, begging. What happened to him ultimately? Unfortunately, in one of those accidents, that Brahmana lost his eyes. But he is into the pursuit of the research and all, Veda Adhyanam, Swadhyaya Pravachanam. And so he needs eyes because he has to read, he has to compose, write, and all of that. So he goes to the king, this Alarkaha, and seeks, oh Alarka Raja, you are such a great king. I need eyes. Can you give me back my eyes? Then Swake Netre Udrutya. Udrutya means by plucking out his own eyes. This king plucked out his eyes, Alarka, and Vimana, that too not out of any cribbing. He was not cribbing to give it. Vimana, avimana, Udrutya avimana. Vimana is cribbing mode, complaining mode, unhappy. But avimana, not being unhappy. So happily, very happily, gladly, he gave away his own eyes for that learned Brahman. Don't you know that? There was Shaibya who gave away his flesh. There is Alarka who gave away his own eyes. Such is our great people. And so our Dharma Vidaha, Dharmam Paramam Satyam Ahuhu. She's quoting that. And then Saritam Tupatis Svalpam.
Saritam Dupatis Swalpam.
Maryadam Satyamanvitaha.
Maryadam Satyamanvitaha.
Satyanurodhat Samaye.
Satyanurodhat Samaye.
Swam Velam Nati Vartate.
Swam Velam Nati Vartate.
Oh my God. See the knowledge of these negative guys. They are also knowledgeable, but they apply it for a wrong reason. That's the only difference between a villain and a hero. Both are equally, and that's why we say Nayakaha, Pratinayakaha, or we Kalanayakaha, whatever. But he's also a Nayaka. Just that he applies all that leadership qualities for a wrong reason, selfish reason. So here also Kaikeyi is applying all this Dharma, Satya, knowledge, quoting the great examples for a dirty, useless, silly reason of her own self. So she's saying, Saritam Patihi. Sarita is reverse. Pati of Sarita is Samudra. Samudraha, Saritam Patihi to Swalpam. Swalpam Maryadam. Satyanurodhat Swam Velam Samaye Nati Vartate. That Samudra, who is the Pati of all the rivers. Satyam Anvitaha, because he also has taken a stance that he will follow Satya. That means he will stick to the Satya. And what is a Satya? And Satyam Anvitaha. Maryadam, Swalpam Maryadam. There is a rules, there is a constitution that he has set for himself, that he will not go beyond the shores, even though he can cover the entire earth with water, with his own oceans and water. But he has taken a stance that, okay, I will stay myself to these limits. The rivers might flood, but the sea never floods, right? Ocean never floods. Of course, there will be some tsunamis, but oceans don't flood unlike rivers, right? So the Samudrapatihi Swam Velam, Vela is his own limits. Na ativartate, he does not cross his own limits because he wants to stick to the Satya, which he has set the Maryada for himself. He said, okay, these are the limits on this earth for me. Rest is land, Bhumi. Bhumi, that is your area. This is my area. I will not cross. Even though he is more powerful, even though he has more volume on the earth, water is more volume, right, than land. In spite of that, he doesn't cross his limits. Such are the Satya people. What are you, Dasharatha? She is ridiculing him like that. Satyameka padam brahma.
सत्यमेकपदं ब्रह्म
Satye dharma pratishtitah.
सत्ये धर्मः प्रतिष्ठितः
Satyamevakshaya vedaha.
सत्यमेवाक्षया वेदाः
Satyenaivapyate param.
सत्येनैवाप्यते स्मरन्
Param.
परम्
Don't read, listen and say. That's a typo there. Satyenaivapyate param.
सत्येनैवाप्यते परम्
Uttamam. So as I said, these 4-5 slokas, we should teach for every children, for all adults, everyone. Unfortunately, she is quoting it for a wrong reason, but these are ultimate examples, quick bullets to quote anywhere, right? Quote this one of Shaibya, one of Alarka, one of Samudra, and summarize saying, hey, Satyam Eka Padam Brahma. If you have to quote Brahma, that is Paramatma, the ultimate one, if you have to quote it in one word, that is Satya, that is reality. Satyam Eka Padam Brahma. Satye Dharma Pratishtitaha. The entire Dharma is established or is encapsulated in Satya. Satyameva Akshayaha Vedaha. Here she has quoted in plural. Akshayaha Vedaha. Infinite branches of knowledge. Vedaha Satyameva. The entire knowledge is about reality. In fact, this is all true. See, if we understand this sloka, then our clarity about the mistranslation that we often use for Satya as a truth will be sort of obliterated, clarified here. Satya means we generally think is truth, but Satyam is not about that sentence truth. Satyam is about reality. What is real is Satya. What is unreal is Asatya. So Maya is not Satya.
Yeah.
So what do knowledge talk about? Talks about reality. What does knowledge Vedaha talk about? Reality. What is real? Whatever they see, there they see one graham, nakshatraha, how are they moving? By the way, how would this whole thing would have come up? How big is it? Nakshatra, moon must be at its head and feet must be into the deep waters under the Patalam. That long must he be. So that conception, that realization, that analysis is all Vedaha, right? Knowledge, sincere knowledge pursuit. So it is Satyam is about reality, because Satye Dharma Pratishtitaha. Where can Dharma exist? And in fact, oftentimes when I discuss, Raghavji brings very good clarity on this. So Dharma and Satya, reality, there cannot be Dharma in unreal things. We should know what is reality, and accordingly Dharma has to be applied. And that is exactly what Bhagavan Krishna has demonstrated to us. Being in theoretical, abstract, dream world cannot lead to Dharma.
Dharma.
Dharma has to be performed, dharma has to be executed, dharma has to be applied in reality, on the
Reality.
ground reality.
Terms of reality. Yeah.
If the reality, on the reality side, on the opposite side, if they are bad guys, dharma has to be applied differently. You cannot be applying the same dharma everywhere. So, satye dharmaha pratishtitaha. By saying that, it does not mean, I mean, this is the problem. So, whatever today we have understood, most of us are kaikayis. We believe satya means truth. In fact, several great people also have misled satya to be truth as in sentence truth, literal translation of the sentence, literal meaning of the truth. So they say that example also, right? There is one a terrorist who is or one bad guy who is chasing an unlearned sadhu, and that sadhu is running, and he happens to come to somebody's house, and he says, "Hey, somebody is chasing me. He wants to kill me. Can you please protect me?" Okay, he lets him in. He goes, runs into the bathroom, and hides himself there. Then this fellow comes there and asks, was there some sadhu who was running and entered your house? And this person thinks, oh, I should speak satya.
Yeah.
Truth. Truth means literal translation of English sentence. Oh yeah, is he there? Answer is yes or no. Yes, he's there. Yeah, he's there in the bathroom. Now that is not satya.
Correct.
Satya is about reality. Because then what dharma did he perform? He has performed adharma. So satye dharmaha pratishtitaha means we should know what is real. Who is real? Is this sadhu person real? Or is that fellow who has come with a dagger or a bullet or a AK-47 real? Whom should we protect? Dharma should be applied with the knowledge of satya.
Satya.
So satye dharmaha pratishtitaha satyam eva akshayaha vedaha. All the knowledge of Vedas is about reality. And satyena eva param apyate. Through satya, by reality alone, ultimate can be reached. Right? Only when you know what is real, what is unreal. Because the whole knowledge, Vedas, is about, we say, what is Vivekam? Satya, Satya, Nitya, Nitya Viveka Vastu Jnanam, we say. Right? The whole thing, Vivekam, is about what is Nitya, what is Anitya. Whatever is Nitya is Satya. Whatever is Anitya is Asatya, Maya. Body is Anitya. Atma in it is Nitya. That is, hence Satya, body is Asatya. Right? So that Jnanam is Vivekam, we say. So likewise, Satyena, so through such pursuit of reality alone, ultimate can be reached. So much of teaching she made. And then she is continuing. Satyam samanuvartasva.
Satyam samunvartasya
Vartasva.
vartasva
Yadi dharme dhruta matihi.
yadi dharme dhrita matihi
Safalasya varo me stu.
safalastu maro me astu
Varadohyasi sattama.
varadohasi sattama.
She is now saying sattama, sat tamaha. Tama is ultimate, most powerful fellow. Sat is satta, existence. So most powerful fellow. Oh sattama. Satyam samanuvartasva. Anuvarta. Varta is exist. Anuvarta is to follow, to exist. Samyak anuvartasva. Hey, follow Satyam, man. So I've given you so many examples. And I've told you the ultimate truth that Satyam is ultimate, right? So just follow that. Satyam samanuvartasva yadi dharme dhritamatihi. If your mind is so much inclined towards, or so much determined towards Satya, then follow Satya. About truth, she is talking about truth. So if you are so much determined about truth, follow the truth. Safalasya varaha me astu. Me varaha safalaha astu. Whatever promise you make me, let it be truthful, let it be fruitful. Give me that fruit. Give me that fruit. Safalaha sahavaraha me astu. Varadohi asi. Why? Because you are anyway varadaha. You are known to give boons away. To give boons. So, oh, powerful one, please follow the truth, stick to truth, and make my promise fruitful, make my promise real. Dharmasyaihabhikamartham
Dharmasya kamartham
mama chaivabhichodanat
mava chaivadichodanat
pravrajaya sutam ramam.
prabrava
Pravrajaya
sutam ramam
trih khalu tvam bravimyaham.
trikhalu tvam brahimyam
Bravimyaham.
brahimyaham.
So she is saying, Dharmasya iha abhikamartham mamacha abhichodanat. So for two reasons she is quoting now. She is giving him, there are these two reasons. You have to stick to them. What are they? Dharmasya hi abhikamartham. Abhikama is my desire, my wish. Mama abhikamartham. So for fulfilling my wish. Second one, dharmasya eva hi abhichodanat. Abhichodanam, chodanam is prachodayat, motivation or trigger or to push. Abhichodanam. So mama dharmasya abhichodanat abhikamartham, to stick to, triggered, motivated by the dharma, and to fulfill my wish. Hey, Sutam Ramam Pravrajaya, send away the son, your son Rama. Pravrajaya, Pravrajakaha we say, right? Pravrajaka means one who does not have a home. He has to keep moving. Like our Raghavji, Pracharaks, right? They keep moving. They don't stay in one place. They don't have a home. That is Pravrajana. So Pravrajakaha, Pravrajaya, Ramam Pravrajaya Sutam Kalutvam Bravimyaham. I've already said 3 times, or I'm going to say 3 times. Pravrajaya, Pravrajaya, Pravrajaya. That's it. Then it becomes truth. We have also heard this this same mentality with other people also, right? They say 3 times, that's it, it is over. Of course, that has been a traditional practice for millions of years. Of course, we use it for a good reason. Bad people use it for wrong reason. Then we have to correct it and ban it. Anyway, so just to quote that this saying 3 times makes it truth, makes it reality, has been a practice since Vedic times, since Sanatana times.
Yeah.
Right?
Bogas, can I add something?
Yeah.
3 times, I think one of the explanations which was given by somebody was now because of Icha, Jnana, Kriya. Okay. So at 3 stages, if something has to manifest, it has to have at the 3 stages. So out of my Jnana, my Icha, and my Kriya, I'm saying this has to be true, this has to be true, this has to be true.
Correct. And also for Trikaranam, which is in fact Icha, Jnana, Kriya are 3 Karanas.
Yeah.
Right? Mana, Vakka, and Karma.
Karma.
Icha is Manaha. Icha.
Vak.
Jnana.
Jnana.
Jnana is Vakka, and Karma is Kriya.
Kriya.
Correct. So Trikarana, correct. Yeah. So Trikalu, she is saying, I'm saying 3 times Pravrajaya, Pravrajaya, Pravrajaya. That means now you have to do it if I say 3 times. And the same thing happens even during Vivaha time also, when the Pravara exchange happens. The Purohita of the bride's side, Purohita of the groom's side, they chant their Pravara and they say Kanyam, and then say Varaya. Again they say so and so Kanyam, Varaya. So Kanyam, Varaya, Dadami.
They also said 3 times Nati Charami.
And Nath Charami also they make it 3 times. So anything said 3 times has to stay. I mean, that cannot be violated. That cannot be trespassed, transgressed. So she's saying, I'm saying it 3 times now. That's all. You have to now stick to it. No more negotiations. So 3. Kalu tvam bravimi aham. Samayam cha mamaryemam.
Tamem cha mamaryeyam.
Mamaryemam.
Mamaryemam.
Yaditvam na karishyasi.
Yaditvam na karishyasi.
Agrataste parityakta.
Agratasye parityakta.
Parityakshyami jivitam.
Parityakshami jivitam.
So she is not seeing Dasharatha standing up still after giving so much lecture. So she is now going into the threaten mode. So she is saying, Samayam cha mama imam samayam arya yadi tvam na karishyasi. If you don't fulfill my wish now. Samayam, here is pratignya kala uttarochitam. Whatever promise, pratignya kala uttara uchitam. Means, if you have promised, and if you don't fulfill it by the time that you have said you will do, by the deadline, So, samayam cha mama, imam samayam cha arya yaditvam na karishyasi. If you don't fulfill it, if you don't meet the deadline, is what she is saying. Agrataha te parityakta. I will be given away. Agrataha te, in front of you. That means I will not be yours anymore. I will disown myself from you. Or I will be disowned by you in a way. Parityakta. I am the disowned lady. That means by who? By you. If you don't stick to your deadline, morning is coming, time is muhurta, time is coming. If you don't send away Rama, even after 3 times that I have said, then I am disowned by you. That means I am no more your wife. I am giving away. I am running home. I am running away. Agrataste parityakta. Parityakshyami jivitam. Not only will I be disowned by you, I will give away this life. I am going to die. तेरे सामने, तेरे आंखों के सामने ही मैं मर जाऊंगा. देख लो अभी. Kind of the usual street fight kind of scene Kaikeyi is creating here. Evam prachodito raja.
Evam prachodita raja.
Kaikeya nirvishankaya.
Kaikeya nirvishankaya.
Nashakat pashamunmoktum.
Nashaka pashamunmoktum.
Nashakat pashamunmoktum.
Pashamunmoktum. Moktum.
Balirindra kritam tatha. Yatha.
Balivindra krita yata.
So, evam prachoditaha raja, thus motivated or thus directed, thus pushed Raja Kaikeya by Kaikeyi, nirvishankaya, without any hesitation, without any shy, without any feeling any guilty or without any second doubt, by all the motivation pushed by Kaikeyi, na ashakat, he could not. What? Pasham unmoktum. Pasha is that rope that you tie, right? Pasham. That Yamadharmaraja always carries Pasha, we say, right? He has rules as the rope. So Pasham unmoktum. To liberate himself from that Pasha, he could not. In spite of so much of lesson given by Kaikeyi, he could not release himself from that Pasha of love for Rama to take up the action that she has, sort of made a law by saying it 3 times. Katham, what is example given here? Balihi Indrakritam Yatha. Like Bali, who was pushed, who was trapped into and pushed by Indrakritam. Indrakritam means done by Indra, which means or asked by Indra. Vamana comes.
Vamana.
Indra comes. Just as Vamana comes on behalf of Indra to protect him and sort of diverts Bali into making these 3 promises of just 3 feet, and his feet then he expands and takes over the whole world, right? Knowing that very well, Shukracharya comes and says, hey, I am seeing some gocha here. This Vamana, this child doesn't seem to be an ordinary guy. He has come to test you. Shukracharya has already identified it, his guru. And he tells Bali, Bali, don't do that. Don't make him promise. I see some, something wrong here. So don't promise, he says. And in fact, in Telugu, there is a nice padyam also in Bhagavatam, in Potana Bhagavatam. And Bali says, Are, that if you really say he is Vishnu, and if Vishnu's hand is going to be at the bottom, at the receiving end, and my hand is going to be on the top, on the giving end, what more do I need? And my life is, has attained its purpose. If Vishnu's hand is below my hand, what more do I need? Says Bali with arrogance. Or arrogance, or, anyway, Bali is also Bhakta, because he's Prahlada's grandson, so he's also a Bhakta, but slightly on the Danava side, so there will be some tendencies. But anyway, so just as Bali also, knowing very well, in spite of warning, caution given by his own guru, Shukracharya, he couldn't avoid himself from committing to Vamana 3 feet, which is the whole world that he has conquered. So also, Dasharatha here, in spite of continuous motivation by, or continuous drive by Kaikeyi, could not stop his love for Rama to take the action against him. Is the example given here, simile given here. Now this Pashon Moktum, several bhashyas will quote differently. So one is Pasha of Rama, the other one is Pasha of very sticking to Satya. He could not stick to, Dharma. He could not stick to Dharma. So different such interpretations of Pasham will be given. But essentially, he could not take a firm stand to act, is what essentially is the essence given in this quote. Udbhranta hridayaschapi
Udbhranta hridayaschapi
Vivarna vadano bhavat Sadhuryo vai parispandan Yugachakrantaram yatha. I mean, if we can understand Dasharatha's pain, I think Valmiki understood it the best, and he could give this in this shloka. Yugachakrantaram. Yuga means 2, chakra means wheels. Between 2 wheels, that there will be this, what is it called? Axle. The axle between the 2 wheels, right? The wheels will keep driving, and so the axle has to move with it. And Thuryaha is like
yoke of the chariot.
A pashu, like a bullock or something. Like a pashu, which is carrying that axle on its, let's say, on its shoulders, and is being driven. It cannot escape because the axle itself is on its neck, and it has to keep walking because these wheels are motorized wheels, let us say, and so they are driving it. So Dhuryaha vai parispandan. So just like that bullock, which is unwillingly but cannot avoid being driven in the path that these wheels are taking away. Udbhranta hridayaschapi, even though Udbhrantaha, Bhrantaha is his hridaya. His hridaya, Dasharatha's hridaya is Udbhrantaha. Bhrantaha is wavering, reeling. His reeling head, his wavering mind, confused heart, grieving heart, vivarna vadanaha. You cannot say what color it is. Vivarnaha, vigata varnaha, colorless face. Dasharatha became colorless faced, or his face became colorless, and his heart, mind, and brain, all head were all reeling, confused, in grief, just as and unindependent, non-independent, just as that bullock has to keep walking, driven by those wheels. It is pushing it, so it has to walk. It cannot escape. It cannot throw away that axle away from its body and run. No, it is. So is Dasharatha in grief now. Vihvalabhyam cha netrabhyam
Vihvalabhyam cha netrabhyam
apashyanniva bhupatihi
apashyanniva bhupatihi
kruchra dhairyena samstabhya
kruchra dhairyena samstabhya
kaikeyim idamabravit.
kaikeyim idamabravit.
So Vihvalabhyam cha netrabhyam, from the two eyes which are sort of Vihvala. Vihvala is fearful, anxious, all that state of uncertainty, what to do, confused state, right? So the eyes are also like very fearful. They have been crying, so they became red and they are swollen. All of that physical strain that you can imagine on the two eyeballs is the Vihvalabhyam netrabhyam. Through them, apashyan iva bhupatihi. He was not able to see through those eyes because they are so much strained that he is unable to see them. They are filled with tears. They are filled with blood, red eyes, and swollen, and they are not stable. They are looking here, there, what to do, kind of a state, right? So through that, apasyan iva bhupatihi, krichrat. Krichram is very dire straits, very tough, rough situation is krichram. So krichrat, from that tough situation, from those dire straits, dhairyena samsthabhya, somehow he held himself up. Samstabha, stabha means stop. He could stop himself from that wavering, uncontrolled mind, and kaikeyim idam abravit. Then he attempted to reply to Kaikeyi with one last appeal. One last time he tried to appeal to Kaikeyi. Yaste mantrakrita panihi
Yaste mantrakrita panihi
agnau pape maya dhritaha
agnau pape maya dhritaha
tam tyajami swajam chaiva
tam tyajami swajam chaiva
tava putram tvayasaha
tyayasaha.
Yaha mantrakritaha panihi pape agnau maya dhritaha. O you sinful Kaikeyi, that hand which I have held, panigrahanam we say, right? The Varaha holds her hand and accepts her in his life. So that is panigrahanam. So Yaha panihi agnau, yaha mantrakritah panihi agnau maya dhritaha. Oh no, that hand which I have held as in the Agni, as part of Agni Sakshi, in front of Agni, mantrakritaha, through the mantras, through with the purified through mantras, when that hand which I have held, tam tyajami, I am giving away that hand. Means I am divorcing you in a way. I'm disowning you. I'm not holding your hand anymore. Looks like you have not understood me. There is no point in continuing with you. Tam tyajami swajam chaiva. Swajam. Ja is born out of myself. That means my own offspring. I am giving away that hand which I have taken up during that mantra krita Agni Homa, meaning during that marriage, along with your son. Swajam, Tava Putram, born of my own self, your son, Tvaya Saha, along with you, along with your son who is born of me, I am giving away that hand. Means I'm disowning you. I cannot handle you anymore. In spite of my pleading for over 160 shlokas, if you have not understood me, then you don't deserve me to hold your hand, is anyway he is saying. Prayata Rajani Devi.
Prayata Rajni Devi.
Suryasyodayanam prati.
Suryasyodanayam prati.
Abhishekam Gurujanas.
Abhishekam Gurujanas.
Abhishekam Gurujanaha.
Abhishekam Gurujanaha.
Tvarayishyati mam dhruvam.
Tvarayishyati mam dhruvam.
So he's saying, Devi, oh lady, Rajani Prayata. The night is moving. Yata. Rajani Prayata. The night is moving on. Towards what? Suryodayanam prati. Prati means towards. Bharatam prati gacchami means I am going towards India. So Suryodayanam prati, towards sunrise, the night is moving. That means the night is ending. And Gurujanaha Abhishekam Tvarayishyati Mam Dhruvam. Gurujanaha, all the Gurus, Vasishtha and all, once sun rises and everybody completes their morning Sandhya Kriyas, they will all come and they will Tvarayishyati, they will hurry me into, they will hasten me into, they will make me execute. Towards into what? Into Abhishekam. I have to perform the Abhisheka. The morning is coming. Change your mind. Don't be silly anymore. It's about to sunrise. So, Suryodayanam prati Rajani Prayata Devi Gurujanaha Abhishekam prati Mam Tvarayishyati Dhruvam. Dhruvam is guaranteed, certainly, definitely. So Gurus will come and they will want me to, come to the Vedi and perform the Abhishekam of Rama. Ramabhisheka Sambharaihi.
Ramabhisheka Sambharaihi.
Tadartham Upakalpitaihi.
Tadartham Upakalpitaihi.
Ramah Karayitavyo me.
Ramah Karayitavyo me.
Mritasya Salila Kriyam.
Mritasya Salila Kriya.
Oh my God. I mean, if you understand each shloka in its original words, our hearts will cry. Vidarayati. So he's saying, he's not saying any change in spite of saying this, hey, time is coming. If there is a change in her face, then he would have gotten a little hope. Her face is still stiff. Her determination is still the same. And so now he's saying the other response. He's saying, Ramabhisheka Sambharaihi. See, so many Sambharaha. Sambharaha is all the goods, all the items, all the various vastus that are brought for the Abhisheka. Ramabhisheka sambharaihi tadartham upakalpitaihi. And whatever other things were assigned, which is, probably the Shamyana, the dais, the Homagundas, the Dhupa, Deepa, Pushpa, Hara, etc. All those sambhara, taihi, by them, through them, Ramaha karayitavyaha. This is niche prayoga, it is said. That means it is causative form of the verb. Rama has to be made to perform what? Not the Abhisheka. Me mrutasya salila kriyam.
Me mrutasya.
Of me, who will be dead. I will be dead. I will die now. I mean, if you are not changing your mind still, I don't think I will live. To face Rama not, not performing, not being done Rajabhisheka. So, me mrutasya salila kriyam Ramaha karayitavyaha. Salila kriya is the water, udaka kriyam, they say, right? When after the udaka shanti and all, they say udaka kriyam means the post-funeral rites, which is through tarpanam, etc. All that salila kriyam Ramaha karayitavyaha me mrutasya, of me, of the dead body, of my, after my death, at this time, with the same sambhara that are arranged, assigned, allocated for Rama Abhisheka, let Rama do using them my salila kriya after my death. I will be dead, let him do all my taddinam activities using the same sambhara. He is so much fed up now. Tvaya saputraya naiva.
Tvaya saputraya naiva.
Kartavya salila kriya.
Kartavya salila kriya.
Vyahantasya shubhachare.
Vyahantasya subhacharye.
Yadi Ramabhishechanam.
Yadi Ramabhishechanam.
So he is continuing. So Rama only has to do my salila kriya. I will be anyway dead, I know it. Rama only should do my salila kriya. Tvaya saputraya salila kriya naiva kartavya. By you, nor by your son, my salila kriya should not be done. You don't deserve. I am prohibiting you from doing my salila kriya. I will be dead, but they should not do. Only Rama should do my salila kriya. That too using those same sambharaha which were brought for his own Abhisheka. I am so unfortunate, Father, that brought all those goods that are brought for his Abhisheka have to be utilized to perform my salila kriya. I'm so unfortunate. But he's saying it with a condition. If Yadi Ramabhishechanam vyahanta, if you are still going to be the obstruction for Ramabhisheka, Ashubhachare, who you unauspicious performing lady, if you are going to obstruct Rama's Abhishekam, then neither you nor your son will be eligible to even attend my funeral rites. Let Rama only do all my funeral rites. At least give Rama that much privilege. He is saying, if not a Rajabhisheka, at least let him only perform my funeral rites. Nacha shaktosbyaham drashtum.
Nacha shaktosmyaham drashtum.
Drishtva purvam tatha sukham.
Drishtva purvam tatha sukham.
Hata harsham niranandam.
Hata harsham niranandam.
Punarjanamavang mukham.
Punarjanmavam mukham.
Punarjanam avang mukham.
Punarjanam avam mukham.
So he's saying, because na shaktaha asmi, I cannot, I am unable to, I will not be able to drashtum, I will not be able to see. Aham drashtum na cha shaktaha asmi. I'm not able to see what Tatha sukham purvam drishtva, having seen the joy, the happiness, the celebration of the punaha janam, of the people who were celebrating, who are still celebrating, all the pandals, the mics, all that scene that we have seen of how Ayodhya was decorated and in that festive mood in the 10th, 11th Sargas. Having seen all of that, I will not be able to see punaha hataharsham, happiness killed, literal translation, hataharsham, which means unhappy. Once those joyous people, I cannot see them without that joy anymore. So Prabha joys, those joyous people. Hataharsham niranandam, without any ananda. Punaha janam avangamukham, without, I cannot see them without my face, and I cannot see their faces. I cannot avangamukham, without speech in my mouth. I mean, I will not have any speech. I will not be able to talk to them. I will not be able to face them. Those people who are joyfully celebrating, I cannot see them if Rama cannot be performed with Abhisheka. Tam tatha bravatastasya.
Tam tatha bravatastasya.
Bhumipasya mahatmanah.
Bhumipasya mahatmanah.
Prabhata sharvari punya.
Prabhata sharvari punya.
Chandra nakshatra shalini.
Chandra nakshatra shalini.
Bhumipasya mahatmanah tasya bhruvataha tam tatha. Thus, while Dasharatha is still talking and begging, pleading, negotiating, shouting, conversing, arguing, debating with Kaikeyi, while all that has been happening, Punya Sharvari Chandra Nakshatra Shalini Prabhata. Sharvari is the night. Punya, that happy Ashtami night. Chandra Nakshatra Shalini, with all the Chandra and all the Nakshatras glowing with that moon and stars, that night, Sharvari Punya, that beautiful auspicious night, Prabhata, it has glown, which means it has become, it has shined into sunrise. That means the night is over, morning has come in. Tatah papa samachara.
Tata papa samachara.
Kaikeyi parthivam punaha.
Kaikeyi parthivam punaha.
Uvacha parusham vakyam.
Uvacha parusham vakyam.
Vakyajna roshamurchita.
Vakyagnam roshamurchita.
So morning has come. So now punaha papa samachara Kaikeyi parthivam parusham vakyam uvacha. That papa samachara, that sinful sinner, that sinner lady Kaikeyi parthivam, unto that king, parusham vakyam uvacha. She again made a harsh, hurtful statement. But the qualifier there is vakyajna. She knows what she's talking. She's not blurted it out of emotion or anything. Knowing very well, very consciously what she's talking, she has said this now. And Rosha Murchita. She is not into Rosha. Her Rosha is Murchita. Means her fury or her burning that anger and all has fallen. Murchita means has fallen. That means consciously, without any emotion, heartfully she said this to Dasharatha now. That means very consciously, without any emotions. What is it called? Cold heart. With very cold heart, she has said this to hurt Dasharatha further. Kimidam bhashase Rajan.
Kimidam bhashase Rajan.
Vakyam gararujopamam.
Vakyam gararujopamam.
Anaya yitum aklishtam.
Anayayitum aklishtam.
Putram Ramam iharhasi.
Putram Ramam iharhasi.
So she is now sort of ordering Dasharatha. Kimidam bhashase. What are you talking? Rajan, O king, what are you talking? Vakyam gara rujopamam. Garala kantha we say, right? Gara is poison. So gara rujopamam. What? This poisonous, poison sentences you are talking? That you will die, that you want Rama only to do and all this. What are you talking? Gara rujopamam. Poisonous statements you are talking. Forget all that speech. Putram aklishtam putram Ramam. Aklishta karmanaha, we say, right? Aklishta karma. So aklishtam putram Ramam. Rama is a very, she herself is saying, Rama is a very non-complicated person. He's an non-complicated, sorry. Aklishtam. He's not into painful or no complications. He's a very simple, plain-hearted guy. So such simple, plain-hearted guy, you bring him, you tell him, he will go. What are you worrying so much about? Just call him, tell him, he will go. So Ramam, aklishtam putram Ramam, anayitum iha arhasi. Now forget all that speech and all. It is morning. Go, you can arhasi means in a way in English is you can. You are eligible to is literal meaning, which means you can. You can now go and call Rama. You can bring Rama here. You can get Rama to be brought here. He's saying that. We'll try to cover a few more shlokas at least. 8:33, I know. We'll take 5 more minutes and complete this slide. Sthapya rajye mama sutam.
Thapya
Rajye
Sutam.
Kritva ramam vanecharam.
Krutva Ramam Vanecharam.
Nissapatnam chamam kritva.
Nissapatnam Chamam Krutva.
Krutakrutyo bhavishyasi.
Krutakrutyo Bhavishyasi.
She is still very hopefully, gladly saying this. Mama sutam rajye sthapya. By establishing my son in the kingdom. Kritva ramam vanecharam. Vanacharaha is Hanuman. So she wants Rama to become another Hanuman. Of course, that is great. Ramam Kritva Vanecharam, not Vanacharam, Vanecharam. Of course, Vanachara is Vanecharati iti Vanacharaha. By making Rama to move in the forests. That means to move on, to move and go to forests. And Nihsapatnam cha mam Kritva. Sapatna is Sapatni is a competitor in a way, without competition, because otherwise Kausalya will be there and competition, Sumitra will be there and no competition. I don't want competition. I should be the Rajamata. I should be the queen. Nisapatnam chamam krutva, by making me uncompeted by anyone else. Krutakrutyo bhavishyasi. You will be successful. You will be successful in making me uncompeted by sending Rama away to forests and establishing my son in the kingdom. So simple. Dasharatha, go do it. Sanunna ivatikšnena.
Anunna ivatikšnena.
Pratodena hayottamaha.
Pratodena hayottamaha.
Raja prachoditah bhikshnam.
Raja Prachodita Bhikshnam.
I should pronounce it incorrectly. Raja Prachodito Bhikshnam.
Raja Prachodito Bhikshnam.
Kaikeyi midam abravit.
Kaikeyi midam abravit.
So imagine again, if she says so easily, recklessly, uncaringly, what will the Charata's situation be like? Valmiki is giving a nice simile there. Tikshnena pratodena hayottamaha nunnaha iva. Haya uttamaha, the best of the horse. Hayam is horse. Hayottamaha, the best horse. If that such a best horse itself is pratodena tikshnena. Pratodanam is that, what is it called in English? The jockey carries one small stick, right, to keep
Whip.
beating the horse. Huh?
Whip.
Whip. With that whip, if you keep hitting the horse, tapa, 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 that too tikshnena, with a very sharp, thin, one, so that it will make a lot of lashes on the body of the horse. What does it become? It becomes nunnaha. Nunnaha is beaten to death in a way. Nunnaha. In Telugu, we say nunnaga. Nunnaga means very softly, means smoothly. A rough edge also. If you keep hitting, scratch, it becomes nunna. It becomes softer. So this nunna in Telugu is taken as an avyayam from this nunnaha. So just as the best horse gets beaten to death with that whip, so also Saha Raja Abhikshanam Prachoditaha. He was cornered to that extent that now Abhikshanam, without fear or beyond fear. He does not know what is fear, what is courage or whatever now. Kaikeyi idam abravit. He replied back to Kaikeyi with this. Dharma bandhena baddhosmi.
Dharma bandhena bandhosmi.
Nashtacha mama chetana.
Nashtacha mama chetana.
Jeshtham putram priyam ramam.
Jeshtham putram priyam ramam.
Drashtumichhami dharmikam.
Drashtumichhami dharmikam.
So he's saying finally, I don't know what to say now. All right. Dharma bandhena baddha asmi. By that binding of dharma, I am bound to it. With that, mama chetana nashta. Because of that, I lost my consciousness. If I am conscious, I cannot do this action. But I'm unconscious now. I'm consciousness. I'm consciousless. I'm consciousless, if I can say that. Jeshtham putram priyam ramam dharmikam drashtumichhami. I would like to see that my eldest son, who is dharmika, poor fellow, he sticks to dharma. He is in the putra dharma role. He will, like innocent, soft fellow, will do it. All right, that dharmika Rama, my beloved Rama, eldest son, I would like to see him. That means he is not able to call him. He is asking him to be called. Tatah prabhatam rajaneem.
Tata prabhatam rajaneem.
Udite cha divakare.
Udite cha divakare.
Punye nakshatra yoge cha.
Punye nakshatra yoge cha.
Muhurte cha samahite.
Muhurte cha samahite.
Vasishto gunasampannaha.
Vasishto gunasampannaha.
Sishyai parivritastada.
Shishyai parivritta sadat.
Upagrihyashu sambharan.
Upagrihyashu sambharan.
Pravivesha purottamam.
Pravivesha purottamam.
So while this was all happening, now camera turned to the other setting, other scene. So tatah prabhatam, in that sunrise, Rajaneem, from night which has moved into the sunrise, Udite cha Divakare, with the day maker, that is the sun, rising up, Punye nakshatra yoge cha, rising into that nakshatra of Punarvasu in the morning, Muhurte cha samahite, Muhurta time also coming up very close by, Guru Sampannaha, Guna Sampannaha Vasishtaha, that Vasishta whose wealth is all gunas, all sagunas. Such Vasishta, Sishyaihi Parivrataha, surrounded by all his Sishyas, tada, then Upagrihya Ashu Sambharan, by holding all the Sambharas himself and other Sambharas held by his Sishyas, all Darbhas, Asanas, Kamandalu, Pavitra Jalam, Puranas, Akshatas, Upavitas, all the Sambhara, Kashtaha. So holding all of them, Sishyas surrounded by his Sishyas, Purottamam Pravivesha, he entered the best of that palace, of that Antahpura. Okay, we will stop here because the next one, if you see, is a long set of shlokas describing here onwards. As we said, the setting changes into the city again, from the camera from the inside chambers of Kaikeyi and Dasharatha. From here, then is setting now cut here. The next camera is on back onto outside, outdoor. We'll all go to outdoor. Shooting is next Saturday again. Jai Sri Ram. Can anyone say Shanti Mantra?
Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramaya, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschid Dukha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Jai Shri Ram.